everybody! Welcome back to Northernlion Plays Oxygen Not Included. It's been going okay so far. We got definite problems to figure out, but Colony 2.0 is not off to a bad start. We have insufficient Alright, so because of the way I built this, all of our oxygen is still escaping out here, which is not actually the be-all, end-all just yet, but it is something we're going to want to work on. It's carbon dioxide, good. Remember, eventually we'll be able to get to tiles that allow the gas to flow freely throughout our base, but for now, if you could... I don't know if you can even... see if you can build it like that. Anyway, we're still working on a lot of stuff right here. We got a lot of sweeping to do to clean the place up. This is probably unreachable, and I think that that is acceptable. And we have an idle unit. Why am I idle? Really, you don't sweep? You're too good to sweep? It says I do everything. Oh, you know what? There's no space for another, for any more sweeping jobs to take place. So it says right now we have insufficient oxygen generation, but I'm pretty sure that we only have insufficient oxygen generation because of the fact that we didn't run any power overnight. So we're getting research done right now towards basic farming. In fact, we just finished it. And before we work on our next research, I think we should get our greenhouse set up down here. No unreachable build. Okay. I'm going to do something quickly. We're going to ladder up. We'll probably deconstruct that ladder eventually, but we could actually, you know what? We can make a 2-floor greenhouse. Now that I think about it, how many seeds do we have? 2. So we got a long way to go. We could get these over here, admittedly, but we have a long way to go before, and all of these, now that I think about it, before we can actually have like a functional greenhouse. We might as well get started on the planting right away. And the planter boxes are 2 tiles wide, so we'll probably leave that ladder up there. You really only need to wash your hands on the way out of here, to be honest, but anyway. Let's, food is a priority 9 right now, along with that ladder. So, as of right now, we only need, oh, they're only 1 tile wide. Lucky us. We only need 2 planter boxes for now, but we want to get those done as quickly as possible, because if we could, you know, get through our area here without ever having to use mush loaf, that would be awesome. I don't think we're going to be able to do it, but I would rather, if possible, avoid ever having to use mush loaf over the course of, like, our entire existence, if possible. What else do we get with farming? We get algae terrariums, and we also get compost, which breaks polluted dirt down into fertilizer. So we do want compost. We probably won't put it directly in the bathroom there. It seems like we should probably put the compost close to wherever we're going to have our farm, just to simplify things. And we definitely are going to want some algae terrariums. I don't want many, because I think this is where we can run into trouble pretty easily. How are we doing? 700 kilos of that. I'll tell you what, put 1 algae terrarium at a priority 8, because we are generating enough oxygen right now. We're just not generating enough to stay awake, or to keep our power going overnight, I should say. And is there gas filtering through here? It's kind of hard to tell. I think there is. I guess we'll just have to accept. I mean, there is space, but you kind of want you wonder if that's an impact of the texture, or if that's an impact of the of the actual reality of things. Is that there's a 6-inch gap there or whatever. But anyway, mealwood seed plant, mealwood seed plants. Take a look at a couple things. Stress is at 11 right now, which is pretty bad. Why am I stressed out? Grimy. You can always wash. Like, don't let me stop you. You are holding your breath a lot down here, I guess, and I don't know, what do you think about maybe adding some more batteries into this system? We don't have very much that actually requires power. And I'm just gonna put some priority 9 sweeping orders. Oh my god, I can't believe how many storage compactors we need here. But it's good. Eventually we're gonna end up emptying them. Cancel this one. We could put 1 up here in the research room, actually. Eventually, we're going to start emptying them. We're going to have to build a lot less. It's just right now we're going very slowly. And I'm glad that we're going slowly, actually, because I think it's working out. We're going to dig at a priority 9. And I still want to sweep all this trash up. You know, if there's one thing I've... Sorry, I think I'm getting a little under the weather here. If there's one thing I've learned, yet also struggled to learn in my young life so far, it's keeping something clean is a lot easier than cleaning something. So if we can keep our base relatively if we can keep it relatively clean, that means we're unlikely to have situations where we have to issue a broad level 9 sweeping order, priority 9 sweeping order, if you will. I think it's better this way to handle it. So we're probably getting pretty close to doing our next research. So let's go take a look at our research tasks. I would like a better battery. We could just go for meal prep. Oh, no, we can't. We need supercomputer first. Better batteries could be good. Also allows us to get to coal. Advanced research just allows us to do supercomputer. Plumbing, unnecessary right now. Ventilation, unnecessary right now. Interior decoration, I would say, also unnecessary right now. Because we don't want to put lights, because it just makes the base demand more power, for now at least. If we want to work for sanitation, we need plumbing. Sanitation might be the first step that we want to go to. And if that's the case, we need advanced research in plumbing. Let's start with plumbing, because that does allow us to, maybe get our infrastructure built in the interim period. I can't believe we're going to need another storage compactor. Like, it's outrageous, man. She just ate 2 kilograms of meat in, like, 1 bite. I'm not mad. That's actually just incredible. So I believe as of right now, we essentially just have 1 algae deoxidizer that's working, and that's taking all of our power. Or that's the only thing using power, I should say. So power right now, we don't have major demands. If we start to require more mush loaf, we might have some more major demands. But yeah, I think actually the base has gone pretty well so far. A lot of carbon dioxide over here, admittedly. And our oxygen generation still does not appear to last overnight. I want to see our report from yesterday. Yeah, I mean, we looked pretty good yesterday. Germ overlay. Very good, actually. Although, hold up. Josh has food poisoning for some reason. I guess he did eat that hatch meat that was just sitting on the ground. Today is going to be the day where we're going to throw it back to you. But today is also going to be the day where we are going to get all of these sweeping orders done. Is this rotten yet? It's unrefrigerated, but not rotten. And then we can start to work on our next step. Well, that we can start to work on our research as well. Takes like half the day just to clean up. It reminds me of myself in college. Okay, sweeping order's almost done. You're actually gonna require, and I can't believe it, but maybe I should, you're gonna require another storage compactor. And you're just creating more sweep orders in the interim period as well. Okay, sweep it up, sweep it up. Alright, so someone should start researching right after these priority 9 sweeps are done. And again, can't complain. Base is going real well right now. Sanitization's occurring. We got 1 little sweep order to be done. What comes next? What comes next? Let's take a look at some of the stuff we have not built. We haven't built a bottle emptier yet. We could probably do with a ration box. Right there. Oh, we already have a ration box. You know what? We're going to need a mess hall eventually. I think if we're going to build a mess hall, we should probably build our ration box, like... Yeah, that's where I wanted it. Is submerged deep within the ground. We should probably build it, like, over here. I was trying to, like, maximize space, but I don't... Turns out I think it's kind of dumb. Well, if we want this space to be completely... Like, we have a kitchen, but this is where we're going to grow our plants. We want the ration box here so it's easier to sweep things up when it's necessary, but then it does limit the size of the greenhouse, but I think it's still probably good, and we can always build under as well, so we'll start with that. No research is being done yet, but things are close. And it did take half a day to get there, but once you're there, you're there. Still a lot of carbon dioxide in the bottom here, but I'm sort of content with that. Our ration box should store all food, because it's not like we're going to get a ton of it too fast. And this can continue to store all. Okay. So, we're going to need more algae at some point. We might want to build another algae deoxidizer. I don't know. We definitely are going to need some plumbing. We do need a compost heap. Okay, so the compost heap is something that we can get done pretty quickly here. So we'll start with tile. And we'll tile all this up. And then we'll make a ladder. And then we'll make tile. And I don't think we need a large... That's in refinement, yes. I don't think we need a large room for this. I don't think we need a high ceiling, I guess I should say. This will give us more resources in the interim period as well. So research is being done. This is solid. We're going to stick at 3 duplicants for now because it seems to be working. And it seems like it's been more methodical. How much dirt do we have? That is in cultivables, 22 tons. It also means I don't have to say the word cultivable, which just feels like I'm saying it incorrectly, whether I am or not. Is this a seed? It's another seed. Okay, as soon as you get a seed, again, the faster... It's like Bitcoin. And I don't know what I'm talking about when I say that, but I believe that what we want to do is as soon as we get a seed, we want to plant it as soon as possible because that increases the rate at which we'll get our next seed. The more seeds we got, you know, the more likely we are to get a seed from each harvest. Not from each individual plant's harvest, but from each, like, bulk harvest that we do. And we can start to have like a genuine sort of farm going here. I think, at least. Now, these aren't going to grow that well because of illumination, but I really don't want to cause any excess drains on our power. I think if we want to... oh, new duplicants? Not yet. If we want to... Reject all, please. I'm just going to disable the pod for now. I forgot what I was saying as well. Oh, if we want to, we can always scale up later, and I think that's going to be relatively easy. Because eventually, I do think we're probably going to hit a time where labor becomes an issue. Where's the food that's unrefrigerated? I don't understand. Apparently, there's some meat on the ground. Were we supposed to eat that duplicant? I don't understand. Oh, no, is it this right here? Sweep this, dude. Sweep this meat. In fact, sweep all of this. Sweep it all up. It's bad for the decor. But I like the base so far. Immune system's not great. Stress has come down a little bit. Josh is still a little germy. Is it really just food poisoning? It looks like he's gonna be fine. His immune system is getting worse, but over time I trust it to work itself out. Man, oh no, we do have another one already. We're still doing fine on food. I think it's one of the things I messed up last time is I really scaled up food production way too early. With only 3 duplicants, we still have a ton of time before we really need to worry about our food production. And that's why we're able to play on speed 3 right now, actually, is 3 duplicants just makes life a lot easier. So plenty of breathable, delicious oxygen. We're definitely producing enough on a daily basis for now. Plants are 50% of the way grown. We're out of seeds. Again, we could always come over here and get some more. We got muckroot seeds that are available. But this is... Ooh, wait. No, that is not breathable. I've been lied to. At least it's not as breathable as I'd like. And I'm very content to just take things extremely slowly here. As of right now, we don't have a lot of things that use power. Wait, what is it that allows us? It's got to be research pressure maintenance or something. Pressure management gives us manual airlocks. So that might be a way that we want to go faster here as well. Because if we can get a power passive way to handle gas flow and pressure management and stuff like that, I think that's more useful for us in the present moment, because it doesn't require any extra power, so it's much less of a drain on our system. We only have 2 things using power, but They are a little slow here. And we're not generating quite enough oxygen today. And, oh, no, we have 3 things using power because our research station uses power as well. This is a fundamental error. Everything that's being swept up is going to our storage container on the top of the screen. This is stupid. Obviously, what we should do is have a storage compactor in, like, every room. If not more than one in every room. But it is helpful for base organization. As much as I wish that they were not going to take a whole day to set it up like this. Okay. Oh! No. Josh peed in the water supply. I really wish you hadn't done that, dude. I understand you got food poisoning. I really, really wish you had not peed in the water supply, though. That is... Oh my... What have you done? The whole base has now been covered. It upsets me a lot because it says you can't use the toilet in time, but clearly you could use the toilet in time. Research has been completed. Yeah, don't... I know, they're all extremely stressed out because they're cleaning up Josh's urine nonstop. Alright, so now we've got many, many bottles of urine just chilling down here. So we're gonna need a bottle emptier. And this is something we failed at last time that we should really knock out as soon as possible this time. And you know what I'm gonna do to make it... First, I'm gonna have them build this compost just because we queued it up 20 years ago. But, I'm gonna... Insufficient oxygen. Nah, but it's close. And, unrefrigerated food. I don't know what's going on with that meat. We built the algae terrarium behind it, and now it'll never be safe again. I'm gonna Alt-Tab. And I'm gonna go... How to use bottle emptier, oxygen not included. Bottles of polluted water, what to do with it? As of now, there's nothing you can do but empty it. It'll spread the water on the floor, though, so you might have no other choice but to mop it. When you mop it, it just makes bottles again. Polluted water into bottle emptier, then via pump and pipes into water refiner, and voila, some recycled water. Feed it to hatches. I think what we're supposed to do, even though it'll lead to polluted oxygen, I think we should issue a dig order. And this can be, we'll empty it into this reservoir right down here. And later we'll have a manual airlock. So I really do want to work towards, I think, manual airlock, and that's going to require ventilation. We are going to need the supercomputer, so we need to do advanced research first. I'll tell you, let's get advanced research done first then. There's going to be a lot of polluted oxygen down here, I think. Which means we're going to need a deodorizer, but that'll come in time. I'm sure, I feel pretty good about it at the present moment. Could change. Could change. Just continue to dig this stuff out here. It's all one accident puts us in this situation. So then we want to put a... I mean, essentially... That's in plumbing, bottle emptier. I'm assuming you put a bottle on the top and it empties it down below. So we would like put it here and then make sure that these are dug. And then we should be able to get rid of the bottles. It's alright, I can wait a day. Auto bottling is off. All bottles will be emptied in here. Can be used to designate areas. I guess you could have one bottle that empties only clean water or something, one bottle that empties only dirty water. But we can't have these bottles of urine hanging out here, emitting polluted oxygen every now and then, which I believe that they do. Alright, so I'm very sorry about this shine bug. Maybe this is not very kind of me to do, but I'm going to dump essentially a bunch of urine or vomit onto you. And I wish it weren't like this. Pretty close to equilibrium for oxygen, so I'm happy there. Just want to see what happens here. We're going to let it ride for a day. Research is being done. Power is being generated. We're super low on food. So I think I'll also... I'll make 4 mush bars or something. How many mush bars? 1,000 kilocalories each. So we need to make like essentially 4 of those a day, I think. Between research and power generation, it really seems like we're just not gonna... we're not gonna get much done today. And as much as I think that these duplicants are actually like substantially better... Oh, the bottle emptier totally works. As much as I think they're substantially better at survival than I am, much worse at picking up after a biological accident. You know, if your whole day was ruined every time a cat threw up on you or something like that, you'd be in a hard place. All right, well, actually, disregard me because we have cleaned up pretty nicely here. Starting in the ground floor, we still have generated enough oxygen. In fact, there was enough down here that I think more might be coming. Please sweep up all this other polluted water and take it down to the bottle emptier. Then you start making mush loaf. Wonderful. We're almost safe. I think we should make the wash basin so you only wash when you pass over it to the left. When you pass it that way. They don't need to wash their hands before and after they use the bathroom. You know, I understand cleanliness is next to godliness and all that, but it just strikes me as too much. Okay, so good. You're making amazing progress here. We do need more power. We have harvests that are happening. Please God, more seeds. No seeds. And more research is being done. But I would really like... I don't need the food to be refrigerated, but if you could at least put it in the ration box, I'd be very happy. Please, a seed? Oh, we got a seed. Okay, so that means food, planter box, priority 9. We are going to want to tile this up for certain, but for now, I'm pretty pleased with it. I'm pretty pleased with the base. For some reason, everybody's way more stressed out than they were before. But either way, like, it seems like things are going much better, much faster. Like, why? Josh and Kate are the most stressed right now. What are your problems? Light wounds grimy? Light wounds grimy. I mean, we could always put, another... like a hand washing station somewhere. It is pretty grimy down here. And the germs are spreading. Yeah, okay, I sort of see where you're coming from here. We haven't left ourselves a lot of places to build a hand washing station is the thing. I think they should just disinfect it. I think when they get time, they will disinfect it. So what are you doing right now? Building tile. Okay, that's good. Running on the power generator. Pretty useful, because apparently we're not quite at equilibrium for oxygen today. Doing a really, really bad job of creating mush bars as well. It's taken a long time. I also would not mind if you swept these up. And these should not hold edible. They don't, which is good. But yeah, I feel like we've done a relatively good job thus far of keeping our base functioning. This is just clean water, right? Clean water. Excellent. Let's look at our report. We made 196 grams of oxygen. Power seems good. We added calories into the system. Things are getting a little germy. Why did you wake up? It's not quite as breathable as I'd like up there, huh? Well, that's why we're working on gas tiles, so that carbon dioxide will come down. I can understand why the carbon dioxide's pooling here. That seems very fair. Annoying, but fair. And I'm happy with the skill increases as well. I guess we're just never gonna lose that, Wait, the shine bug is illuminating our base. It's illuminating our plants. Have we accidentally created, like, a beautiful situation here? If we just leave this guy trapped in here. That seems wonderful for us. We do need to make a pressure management system, but he's going to illuminate our plants for us. Alright, so hit the compost, make the mush loaf. This is all very necessary, admittedly. And I'm getting my cooking stat up, which I appreciate. Research is being done. It might look like we're at the status quo, but I would disagree. I think that this is sustainability in action. Sweep up this, please. I treated this game almost like RimWorld, but in a bad way. Where I was like, if you ever micro, you've made a terrible mistake. But it turns out that that is not the way that this works. Sometimes, I wouldn't say you have to micro. Where did our shine bug go? Did it escape? It did. It went into our bathroom. Well, you know, it was good while it lasted. Hey, he's back! Sometimes microwing can make your life much more efficient, which I think is what we're looking for here. Stress coming down a little bit. Josh and Kate are feeling a lot better. Definitely not nearly as germy. So I appreciate that, and just keep riding the wave here. You know, what's the rush to accelerate the growth of our colony? We will run out of algae at some point, but we have barely touched the map. I also realize that I'm stupid, but we can fix our stupidity by building our greenhouse out to be longer instead of two-tiered, I should say. Or we could just build our planter boxes next to the bottle emptier, which, as long as we don't accidentally water our plants with urine, I think is actually going to be completely fine. And research has been completed again on ventilation, but we're not going to worry about making ventilation yet. Only once we start to get filters is that going to become a little bit more relevant for us, I think. For the time being, I'm really enjoying our nice little sustainable colony here, which I'm going to continue to just pump out a little bit more mush loaf. Oh, you know what? We do need to build a supercomputer now as well. And we don't have very much copper. So copper is going to be our next sticking point. And this room is getting real tiny. I think we may well have enough copper to do that. So we have enough copper to keep this thing going. And to get it done. But can we sweep this with a priority 9? I just hate seeing food on the ground. It really seems like once you sweep, you should be able to just pick it up and put it in the ration box immediately. Like, that's why it's there. Maybe it's because the ration box isn't on the exit. And I would like you to sweep this up. Okay, we're definitely going to lose power overnight. We didn't get any seeds from our last harvest, which is mildly annoying. Let's think about what we want to do next. So we're going to need a lot of copper. I think our next step is basically, I mean, if this is already free-flowing, we might as well plan our dig for tomorrow. So I think that our dig for tomorrow would be like a deconstruct. These are all priority 9s. Like deconstruct, deconstruct. And then dig. We want all this copper. We definitely want all this. We want to tile this right here, so, you know, we don't fall in. And then maybe we want to quickly, like, ladder up. I know the danger of building up, by the way, is that more and more oxygen is going to go out there, but I think the copper supply is rich enough that I would still like to regardless. What is this, carbon dioxide? I mean, if for now we could leave a little one-tile wide area, that would be nice, but we're not getting very much copper out of it if we do that. So it's probably going to take more than a day for that to happen, but that's where the episode is going to end anyway. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.